Sorry, I have to make another withdrawal.
Prime Video gave Reacher the green light for Season 4, way before Season 3 even finished airing. Turns out, this renewal actually happened months ago. It's no surprise, though, since the show has been a massive hit. Season 2 was Amazon's most watched release of 2023, and when it dropped on December 15th, it pulled in 50% more viewers in its first 3 days than Season 1 did in the same time frame. Safe to say, Prime Video knows they've got a winner. Reacher has become a phenomenon that continues to resonate with our global customers beyond our wildest expectations, and we are thrilled to bring the series back for an additional season, said Vernon Sanders, head of television, Amazon MGM Studios. We are looking forward to more action and adventure from the immensely talented team behind the series, including Nick Santora, Alan Ritchson, Lee Child, Skydance, and CBS Studios. Reviews for Season 3 are rolling in, and overall, it's getting a positive response. Based on Persuader by Lee Child, the new season premiered on Prime Video on February 20th with 8 episodes. This time, Alan Ritchson's Reacher takes on a massive conspiracy while trying to save an undercover DEA agent and confronting enemies from his past. Maria Sten is back as Frances Neagley before leading her own spin-off. Critics seem to like how Season 3 focuses more on Reacher as a lone wolf unraveling a mystery, saying it works better than the bigger, team-focused approach of Season 2. As usual, Season 3 brings in a mostly new cast, with showrunner Nick Santora adding fresh faces alongside Alan Ritchson. One standout addition is Dutch bodybuilder Olivier Richters, who plays the menacing Paulie. Early reviews are hyping this season up, with the Wrap even calling it the best one yet. Critics are praising its thriller-style pacing, which sets it apart from the previous seasons. The Playlist's Warren Cantrell is also on board, saying Ritchson is back in full-on ass-kicking mode. He also points out that Season 3 is more standalone, with only a few callbacks and flashbacks, another big shift from Season 2. So far, it sounds like the show is delivering exactly what fans want: solid action and intense thrills. Not all reviews are glowing. Collider thinks the story stumbles a bit, but overall, Season 3 is still winning over fans. Some critics even say it's the best season yet. The numbers back it up too, with an 8 out of 10 on Prime Video, 8 out of 10 on IMDb, and a strong 95% on Rotten Tomatoes. And the show isn't just killing it with ratings, it's making serious money. A new report reveals that Reacher has pulled in $279 million in global subscriber revenue for Prime Video. That's not far off from the combined $380 million box office total of the two Tom Cruise-Jack Reacher movies. Parrot Analytics notes that while Season 1 dropped all at once, Season 2 switched to a weekly release after the first 3 episodes, helping sustain audience interest. Switching to a weekly release turned out to be a smart move for Reacher, bringing in its 2 biggest revenue quarters yet, $41 million in Q4 2023 and a massive $94 million in Q1 2024. While the show was initially a major draw for new subscribers, it's now become a key player in keeping them around. Despite dropping in mid-December, Reacher was Prime Video's most watched show of 2023. Amazon hasn't shared how much they paid for the rights or the budgets for Seasons 1 and 2, and since they don't release subscriber numbers, Parrot's findings can't be verified. But even without exact figures, it's clear that Reacher is a huge win for Prime Video. In the streaming world, keeping subscribers is just as important as gaining them, and Reacher is proving to be a major asset in that department. Figuring out how successful a streaming movie or show really is can be tricky, since hard data isn't easy to come by. Netflix shares a weekly top 10 list to highlight what's trending worldwide and in different regions, but since their algorithm plays a big role, they could be influencing what gets pushed to the top. Other streamers do the same thing. That's why the latest numbers from Parrot Analytics are so interesting. It'd be helpful to know exactly how much Prime Video has spent on Reacher to put things in perspective, but even without that info, it's clear the show is doing really well. Which is a good sign for not just the 4th season, but also for The Neagley, the Reacher spin-off. And yeah, if you haven't heard, the Reacher universe on Prime Video is getting bigger with a newly announced spin-off, Neagley. The show will focus on fan favorite Frances Neagley, played by Maria Sten. Neagley first appeared in Reacher Season 1, based on The Killing Floor by Lee Child, as an army vet and trusted ally of Reacher, using her expertise to assist in his missions. She returned in Season 2 with an even bigger role, solidifying her as a key character in the franchise. Neagley wasn't actually in The Killing Floor, but made her debut in Bad Luck and Trouble, which Season 2 is based on. Adding her to Season 1 turned out to be a great move, boosting the show early on. Now, with her return confirmed for Season 3, her role is only getting bigger. In fact, she's getting her own spin-off, with Maria Sten back in the role. While details are still unknown, it looks like Prime Video is making a smart play with this one. Most spin-offs take a while to get going, but this one is moving fast. In February 2025, Maria Sten surprised fans by revealing that filming was starting that same week. There's no official timeline yet, but it's clear Prime Video has a solid plan, and the spin-off will likely slot right into the Reacher universe. This is what Sten said. "We are moving quite quickly on it. The first shoot day is tomorrow. They move fast on that one. This is how they had to approach it in terms of timing it out with the Reacher show. And it feels very much true to how my experience of the show has been. Am I doing something? Am I not doing something? Oh, I'm doing something. Okay, great, let's go." So it's exciting. Since the spin-off was announced in September 2024, it's clear that Prime Video is putting Neagley on the fast track. A green light was pretty much guaranteed, but by February 2025, filming had already started, a shockingly quick turnaround for modern TV. This suggests Prime Video wants to get the show out as soon as possible. While we won't get a release date anytime soon, it's likely the spin-off will tie into Reacher Season 4. As for the cast, so far, Maria Sten is the only confirmed cast member for the Neagley spin-off. She absolutely owned the role in Reacher Seasons 1 and 2, so bringing her back was a no-brainer. As for other Reacher cast members, it's still up in the air. Alan Ritchson hasn't signed on yet, and there's no word on any familiar faces making an appearance. The series will likely introduce a bunch of new characters, but for now, details are pretty scarce. And as for the story of Reacher's Neagley spinoff, well, everybody must be wondering if it will explore her backstory. Since she was only a supporting character in one of Lee Child's novels, the show will likely have to create an original story while staying true to her character. With Child involved, it should still feel authentic, even if there's not much source material to pull from. The most logical direction would be a parallel storyline to Reacher, following Neagley as she takes on her own high-stakes missions. When Amazon greenlit the Neagley spin-off in October 2024, they also dropped some big plot details. The show kicks off with Neagley reeling from the sudden death of a close friend in what's being called an accident. But she's not buying it. As she digs deeper, she uncovers a tangled web of lies beneath their death. Armed with the skills she learned from Jack Reacher, Neagley sets out on her own mission for justice. Well, that's all for now. What do you think about Reacher getting a 4th season and Neagley spinoff moving full speed ahead? Are you excited to see Maria Sten take the lead, or do you hope Alan Ritchson makes an appearance? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on more updates about Reacher and other big upcoming movies and shows. We'll see you next time.